Hey guys, it's Hollywood Studios here, and we have some absolutely unbelievable news that just came out today. Now, I do want to make it clear that this has not been officially announced by either company. These are just rumors from people that are high sources, high level people at the companies, and this is what they say they have heard. I'm just going to go through this quickly because I really just wanted to get the news out there to you guys. I'll probably have other videos sharing my full thoughts on what I think it means for the companies, but I'm going to go into that a little bit in this video. So first, the fact that Cedar Fair and Six Flags are in merger talks really isn't necessarily a surprise. This has happened a couple times over the past few years and it never went through, obviously. But this time it's a little different because both companies have something to gain from a merger like this. So just scrolling through this article here on Reuters, there's a tie-up between the two companies about the economic slowdown in the US, which, as I'm sure many of you know, inflation's crazy, the economy's all over the place, and theme parks aren't necessarily doing too great. Both Six Flags and Cedar Fair have been having issues with their stocks. They're not doing as well as they thought they would do, so causing some issues there. Supposedly, Cedar Fair is going to be having their quarterly earnings call on Thursday, so many people are thinking there could be an announcement regarding this from that company on that day if it does wind up being true. So lots of really interesting things to think about here. Of course, Six Flags and Cedar Fair have been longtime competitors. Whether you want to call them that or not, I mean, it's pretty safe to say they're appealing to the same market, so I guess calling them competitors is pretty adequate. You have parks like Great Adventure and Dorney that are in very close proximity to each other. Same with Knott's Magic Mountain, CJ and Discovery Kingdom. Most parks that Six Flags has, there's a Cedar Fair park not too far away to compete. So that does have me kind of worried about the parks that are fairly close to each other, what that could mean for them. Like especially something like Dorney and Great Adventure, they're really not that far from each other, and they do definitely compete with each other for market share in the Philly region. So that could definitely be interesting there. But I'm really curious about other things about this possible merger, more specifically stuff at the higher level, like what the additions may look like, because this could be bad for the additions if it does wind up going through. Cedar Fair and Six Flags, like I said, they do compete with each other, and competition drives up demand and, of course, drives up product quality. We've seen Cedar Fair and Six Flags recently investing in many new roller coasters and rides. Cedar Fair just announced they're putting in Iron Menace and Top Thrill 2, and Six Flags, of course, with Bobcat, Flash, and a few others. So the companies are definitely still pumping additions out. But if they merge, there won't really be as big of a need for this since they're not really going to be competing too much. The only other chains they would have to worry about are SeaWorld, Hershend, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Universal and Disney are on their own level, and everything other than that is either an independent park like Hershey Park or a smaller park that really is insignificant to these bigger parks. So this is definitely something that could lead to a lot of shakeups in the industry. Again, it has not been confirmed, and as far as I know, Cedar Fair and Six Flags are not willing to comment at this time. I am curious who would wind up taking over leadership of the newly formed company, what that structure would look like, if they would stay somewhat separate or if they would go all in and just combine and we see Cedar Flags really become a thing. I'd be curious to see who winds up being CEO. Maybe Salim Basul winds up being CEO of both Six Flags and Cedar Fair, or they'll stay to their respective companies. There's a lot to take in with this idea, but I'm going to reserve judgment until we find out a little more information on if it is in fact true or not. But supposedly, this is definitely going further than it has in years past, so that does have me both nervous and excited about what the future could hold for Cedar Fair and Six Flags. But I really want to know what you guys think about this possible merger. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to Hollywood Studios, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.